Looks great.
It so looks great.
And you know what else looks great? The Yale Peabody Museum. It is home to some amazing dinosaur exhibits. I can't tell you how many of my friends have brought their kids here.
Oh, yeah.
And said it's the best place ever.
100%.
And you can find and see these fossils right here in our state.
Yeah, today Marcy Jones gets the lucky assignment to be live at the museum, checking out some of the other newly reopened areas. Marcy, how's it going?
It's so great. You know, I've learned a lot, but I haven't learned everything, because when Nicole said, you know what else looks great? I was like, me? And she goes, Yale Peabody Museum. So I'm here with the director, David Skelly. You are a busy man. Thank you so much for taking the time to walk us through your new, really cool exhibit, Mind Matter. Opens to the public tomorrow.
That's right.
So many things to see and do, because it's really interactive, right?
That's right, yeah. This is an exhibition for people of all ages. We've got lots of things to think about, because that's what the exhibit is about. It's about how we know about the world. And we're really excited to open this. This is our first temporary exhibit since we opened the museum after our renovation in March.
Which I loved what you guys have done. It's absolutely incredible. All the work, the thought, the planning that went into it really shows.
Yep.
Let's kind of take everybody through some of the things that they can interact with. So
Sure.
This one you just showed me. This is pretty cool.
There's a few things that we're trying to get people to think about here. When we think about mind tricks or illusions, what we're really talking about is the fact that our minds have preconceptions about how we look at the world. And, you know, I have no idea how this is going to work on camera, but when you stand in front of these and you spin them around, they're going to form patterns in your mind that your mind is actually forming. They're not things that are on the wall. And that's because in order for us to efficiently interpret the world, our brains do kind of pre-calculations that are actually can lead to misperceptions of the world.
Right.
And that's how we have some material about magicians and how they kind of deceive us because they are attracting our attention over here. Our minds follow and anticipate movement, and that can make it easier for somebody to deceive us.
Plus, if you think that you've been in a similar situation, it says, oh, I've done this before, it fills in the gap for you, even though it might not be exactly what is happening.
We've got a cool one over here. We can show this. So you look at this, and this looks like some kind of maybe a deer or an impala or something like that. And then you flip it over.
Whoa, there's a seal.
Yeah, a seal or a sea lion. And that's because our mind is kind of doing some calculations and saying, oh, I know that outline. I know what that is.
Exactly.
And not seeing some of the details that would clue us in that there's something else upside down there.
That's so cool. Another thing that you pointed out to me when we were off camera that I think is incredible, it's really hard for me to wrap my mind around this, is this exhibit. I don't want to give anything away, but tell us what this is about.
So if you take a look at this, this looks like a couple of branches that have some leaves on them, but if you zoom in really close, you'll see that there's not one leaf on that tree. Those are all butterflies.
That's incredible.
And the natural world takes advantage of these mind tricks. And so mimicry, something that's quite common in the natural world, is a way of not just with human brains, but with all kinds of things. Whatever you could imagine eating or attacking a butterfly has helped shape the evolution of these animals.
And I love so much that this is a free museum, so people, you know, don't have to say, oh, I don't have the money to visit right now. And you said something really sweet off camera a little bit ago. You said, you know, the mark of a good museum is when you see a little smudge of a face print or handprint. That means that some little kid or even an adult is getting so close and they're so excited that to be a part of something bigger than themselves. I mean, that's really touching, and I know that you factor that into every exhibit that you guys put up.
100%. So I grew up in Connecticut. I've been coming to this museum since I was a little kid. Having this place open and having so many people come up and enjoy it is really, it's wonderful on every possible level. Yeah.
If more people want to enjoy it, what's the best resource for them to go to get the information?
So just go online and Google Yale Peabody Museum, and our page will pop up. Go on there. There's a visit tab, and you can learn about parking and all that. The museum is free. Parking is free. You have to get it validated before you leave. And the exhibit, this exhibition is free as well.
I love it. The museum is free, but you will leave much richer. Guys, sending it back to you.
I so appreciate that. What an unbelievable museum. Go and check it out. All right, why it's so important for Honey to find a forever home right now. Renee's going to introduce us to this little love bug next in Lost and Found. Look at little Honey.